Hello, and welcome to Glass with a Class. I'm June Anderson, and I'm glad you're here today to see more lovely glass. I hope you'll stick around at about the halfway mark for a mini English lesson. And it really is a mini lesson today, really short. We'll have both, and I hope you'll get something out of this video that you'll like. Today we're going to cheat a little bit. Today's glass isn't really depression glass, since it was manufactured in the late 1950s and early 1960s. But I thought you'd like to see it and maybe use some of it for decorating for Christmas. Today we're taking a little look at Anchor Hocking's Forest Green. And in particular, we're looking at forest green vases. These are some my mother had while I was growing up. This one is called a bud vase. It's only 4 3/4 inches tall, but they call it a bud vase. If you're like me, when you hear the term bud vase, you envision a tall, slender, elegant piece of glass that will hold long stems of flowers. Not this cute little squatty thing, although I really love this one. It has the cutest ruffly edge. Think of this one as holding pansies maybe. You know, something short and sweet. And at Christmas time, you might break off some holly with berries or some nandina with the little red berries that look like holly berries and put them in here. It would be a perfect little decoration on a small side table. You might want to watch children to be sure they don't eat the berries. And the way the neck is made, you can tie a thin red satin ribbon around it. I've seen it pictured like that. Then Mother had these two vases that are 6 1/2 inches tall. Anchor Hocking calls them crimp top vases. Again, a lovely example of their forest green vase. You could put taller flowers in these and use them in a grouping or on a side table, maybe in a mantel arrangement with taller ones. Larger portions of holly and nandina with berries, or maybe a white flower available at Christmas time. Of course, any of these can be used all during the year, but they're especially lovely at Christmas with red glass and maybe 1 or 2 pieces of milk glass. This last one, I believe, was my mother-in-law's and is called plain vase, believe it or not. Although it isn't as plain as these others because it has these ribs around the middle. It's 6 3/8 inches tall and could be used with the crimp top vase or by itself. Or you might use all these vases together. The short with the tall, the 3 crimp top with the plain. The sky's the limit, as they say. Well, I hope you enjoyed the forest green vases. Anchor Hocking made many other pieces of forest green in many other vases, bowls, including punch bowls, glasses, pitcher and glasses sets and serving pieces, lazy Susans and trays and ashtrays, and on and on. If you have some green and red glass, you might have a good time decorating with it this Christmas. Well, let's see what our mini English lesson holds for us today. It's short and sweet. This time of year, people think a lot about Santa Claus. They also write a lot about Santa Claus, and sometimes they misspell his name. Don't you just despise it when someone misspells your name? Well, I don't get that a lot. June and Anderson are sort of hard to mess up, but Santa gets messed with a lot, bless his heart. I think the movie, The Santa Claus, has a little something to do with that. You see, Santa's name is Santa Claus, C-L-A-U-S, not Santa Claus, C-L-A-U-S-E. The Santa Claus is actually referring to a clause in an agreement, and it's spelled clause, C-L-A-U-S-E, but Santa is C-L-A-U-S. Now we're all straightened out, right? Santa Claus and the Santa Claus. Well, I found the word green in the Bible. Genesis chapter 1, verses 29 and 30 says, "Then God said, Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the surface of all the earth, and every tree which has fruit yielding seed. It shall be food for you. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the sky, and to everything that moves on the earth which has life, I have given every green plant for food. And it was so. This was the first color recorded in the King James Bible that God mentioned. I hope you enjoyed this episode and will join us next time when we'll enjoy more pretty glass and another little English lesson. See you then. God bless you and yours. Bye-bye.